So, Floyd Mayweather is about to make his return up against Manny Pacquiao on September 19th in the Las Vegas arena. But first, he has to go through Mike Tyson. And we're going to be talking about both of those fights. We're also going to be talking about Tyson Fury going up against Makhmudov. I'm just going to go Makhmudov in this case. UFC Mexico City is possibly under fire with the heightened security under the Jalisco arrest. And we're going to talk about all of this. So, first off, Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, Las Vegas Sphere, Saturday, sponsored by Netflix. Now, this is an interesting fight. This is not going to be an exhibition fight. Usually, Floyd Mayweather has been doing a bunch of exhibition fights. He's been fighting Deji. I believe he fought a Japanese boxer or a Japanese kickboxer, and been doing exhibition fights here and there for the past, I'd say, 7 to 10 years. Done about 6 to 7 exhibition fights. Fought Logan Paul, as some may know, way back when. But Manny Pacquiao, on the other hand, been out of the ring for quite some time. Came back up against Mario Barrios and went to a split draw. Or I think it's just draw in this case. And showed a lot of people that even at his age, he can still be able to duke it out with the best in the divisions. So, I mean, it's a great fight. It's not going to be an exhibition, so Floyd Mayweather finally has his 50-0 record on the line. I believe it's 51-0. But, I mean, it's very interesting because it's going to be September 19th. It's going to be in the Las Vegas Sphere. If I can just look up the Las Vegas Sphere real quick. I mean, they had a UFC event a little bit ago. Las Vegas Sphere UFC. And they had Marab versus Sean O'Malley on this one. And it was nice. It was a nice event. I saw it on pay-per-view. I didn't see it in person because the tickets were godly expensive. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be way more expensive for this one. But, I mean, it was fine. The UFC Octagon was right in the middle of the entirety of the arena. People were talking about the crowd only having the sound going one way, which was very interesting. The lighting was different. They spent, I believe it was, $20 million on production just on this stage alone. And, I mean, it's a great venue. Don't get me wrong. It's a great venue. My only question is, why? Why have such a monumental fight as Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather that took place, I think it was 10 years ago. What was it, 10 years ago? If I could just look up real quick. Yeah, May 2nd. May 2nd, 2015. That was over 10 years ago. Going to be 10 years ago by the time they fight. And I'll be honest, a lot of us said that it was, way past their prime when they fought in 2015. So for them to fight in 2026 in the Las Vegas Sphere, like, imagine this being a ring and we're seeing Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. Like, us watching it, we're not going to get much. It's not going to be much different. There's going to be different lighting. There's probably going to be more graphics and all that stuff. For those in attendance that are spending tens of thousands of dollars just to sit in the stadium, probably nosebleeds. Like, I don't really think it's worth it to go see it. I mean, this fight alone makes me want to buy the pay-per-view. If it's a pay-per-view, it's on Netflix, so I mean, obviously you just need the subscription, but I base boxing cards off of what their pay-per-view value should be. Because, all right, I'm going to get real for a second. This is where the UFC is different than boxing. The UFC would not make you, but it would want you to watch all the way from the beginning of the card till the end of the card. Like, for instance, I believe UFC 300, they had, at the end of the prelims, I think it was Davison Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt or something. But it was, like, the top 15 of a division. Like, let me look up, okay, so the top selling boxing card was Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. If I want to go somewhere where I could judge in between the UFC and boxing, I'd go UFC. Let's go UFC 299 because that was one that was headlined by Sean and Vera. If we go to early prelims of that, and then let's go Manny Pacquiao, Manny versus Floyd. Let's just go Floyd card 2015. First of all, it doesn't really even show it. The undercard. So they had Lomachenko and Rodriguez, which that's a really good one for a WBO featherweight title. And then they had Santa Cruz versus Conteo. I do not know Conteo or Santa Cruz. I might know Santa Cruz a tiny bit. But that, yeah, okay, I know Santa Cruz a tiny bit. But that's just it. I know some of these fighters. I'm not a hardcore fan, so I'm not going to tune in 4 to 5 hours before the main event to watch Santa Cruz versus Cantayo. Cantayo. Wow. Okay. Anyways, but either way, it had 4.6 million pay-per-view buys. I'm pretty sure UFC 299 barely had that. And who did they have? Rebeles de Spain, a silver medalist in kickboxing in the Olympics. Almabayev is alright. Michelle Pereira is still in the UFC. Oleg Zaychek's still in the UFC. Ian Kutalaba is still in the UFC. Prelim cards. Curtis Blades, top 5. Jalton Almeida did get cut, but a really good fighter. Rafael Dos Anjos, Maktush Gamrot, top 10. Like, I mean, they stack it all the way from the bottom to the front. Now, I will say for fight nights, that's a little bit different. Like, let's say over here, I don't know a single person on this. But that would be the same as, like, the Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero fight card. Did anybody watch the undercard? I don't think so, unless you knew the fighter specifically. So, do I think that this is a good idea? No. I don't think so at all. I don't think that this is a great idea. I think that they should have gone a different route. They should have done, like, hot take, in all honesty. I feel like they should have done Manny Pacquiao versus Ryan Garcia if Ryan Garcia was to defend his title. Because this is in September. So Ryan Garcia just got the title up against Barrios. Have Ryan Garcia go up against Devin Haney in like June, July. Have him take a break August, September. Have him go up against Manny Pacquiao for the belt, because I feel like Manny Pacquiao deserves to have a shot at the belt with that split decision. Even though he's, 46, 48, maybe even 52. Like, he deserves to have a shot because he went to a split decision with the ex-champ. And I'd love to see him versus Ryan Garcia. I'd even love to see Floyd versus Garcia, but I don't want to see that, because I want to see Floyd Mayweather retire. But this is also the other side of it, where you have to ask, why are each of these people taking these fights? Manny Pacquiao lost to Floyd in the first fight, so he wants the rematch to settle the score, make it 1-1, which, I mean, is probably why they have this right here. They want to make it 1-1 in this case. Floyd Mayweather, hot take, and this isn't even a hot take because everybody kind of knows, he is dead broke. He's probably dead broke. Has to take this fight, has no other opportunities, and I mean, he's known for being the highway robber with no mask on. He will bankrupt companies just by the fact that everybody will tune in, everybody will watch, and then like the top comment right here, he just runs. He runs, he point fights. He's a boxer. He plays the sport of boxing very well. And I don't think Manny Pacquiao is going to be able to close the distance. I think that this image right here just shows the fact that I don't think he's going to be able to go and box Floyd Mayweather the same way he would when he was 10 years younger. Because now let's get into the fight. Now let's get into the predictions real quick. I think Floyd Mayweather is going to win by decision, unanimous, wins a couple of rounds. And the reason I think that, and literally, this image is just making so much sense now. Floyd Mayweather is known to be a very lateral mover with his Philly shell. Once he sees pressure coming forwards, he'll come up into the Philly shell. And then as soon as they get too close into range, he'll either roll the shoulder, paw the hand, L step, either way to try to get out of danger. Manny Pacquiao fights very aggressively in a linear motion, straight forwards, straight backwards. He'll be able to cut off the cage, but very cut off the ring, but very minimally. Because with the geometry of the ring, let me just pull up square. Literally just square. Because like let's say this is the boxing ring. If Floyd Mayweather is able to move laterally very well, if Manny Pacquiao attacks linearly towards the corner, Floyd Mayweather is able to pop his jab, put his Philly shell up into the corner, and then roll out, able to use the rest of the space and able to go into the middle of the ring. Manny Pacquiao is a very very straightforward fighter. He'll throw punches straight. He might sidestep to the left or the right to try to cut off, but as soon as that happens, he's not able to backtrack the other way. He'll position his front foot to where he'll make sure that the person does. Let's say he's in southpaw. He comes in, blitzes Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather pops up the jab, has the Philly shell, goes towards the corner. Manny Pacquiao then has three opportunities. He either cuts off the cage to the left, cuts off the cage to the right, or he attacks straight to the corner. If he attacks straight to the corner, Floyd Mayweather will pop out another jab, probably put up the Philly shell, roll the shoulder, and move. Let's see, he's orthodox, so he'll move over to his left. If he paws the jab or the straight, he'll move over to his right. If Manny Pacquiao attacks and goes straight towards the corner, all Floyd Mayweather has to do, paw out that front jab, move either left or right. So with the footwork and with him knowing the geometry of the ring, which is also another video I might cover later on as this fight gets closer, especially the Mike Tyson fight. Like, the geometry of not only the ring, but even the octagon cage is something a lot of people falter on. They don't think about how Rolly Romero was able to corner Garcia every once in a while towards the center of the cage, bringing him towards the corner to where he only had a limited amount of range to move out. Gervonta Davis did the same thing with a body punch, forcing Ryan Garcia towards the corner so where he felt the pressure, couldn't go left, couldn't go right, because he knew for sure that the hooks were going to be coming from Gervonta Davis. So he decided to come laterally forward, or he decided to come straight forwards. And then that's where Davis was able to catch him on that. And not to mention there was also that rehydration clause. So either way, I will say for this, I'm going to go Floyd Mayweather decision, unanimous, winning by a couple of rounds. Now, the thing is, though, is that he does have to get through Mike Tyson. Now this, I didn't want to see this at all. Mike Tyson's 59. He's going to be 60 after the fight. And they're going to be fighting in the Republic of Congo, which makes no sense to me. Absolutely no sense. Okay, yeah, he's putting up a 50-0 record. I feel like just short to the point, Mike Tyson's going to win. He's going to win by decision. It's legitimately just going to be this gif all over again. Just put Mike Tyson over Manny Pacquiao. It's going to be bad. It's going to be an exhibition fight. He's going to take all the money, and nobody's probably going to watch this fight because I don't even think this is on Netflix. Next up, because I just don't want to, I don't even want to see that guy anymore. I don't want to see Floyd Mayweather box anymore, man. Dude's fucking 50. I don't want to see Mike Tyson fight. Dude's 60. Like, that Jake Paul fight I was okay with because it was a gimmick. Everybody was like, oh, this is going to be fun. And it's just like, no, it fucking wasn't. It's kind of shit. It was a shit fight. In other news, We got Makmurda versus Tyson Fury. This is going to be an interesting fight coming on. When is it? I think it's definitely later on in the year. But he's already training, fighting a grizzly bear, taking a couple pointers from the Daghestanis. Although, to be fair, this is a boxing fight, not a wrestling bout. So it's going to be different. It's going to be interesting. If I could just see when the fight is. I don't know when it is. Either way, it's been rumored for quite a while. The last fight that he had was up against David Allen. It was a very close decision. He was deducted a point both in the 7th and 12th round, both for holding in the clinch, something that Tyson Fury loves to do, hanging out in the clinch, hanging out at range, either staying in or out in this case. I feel as though it's going to go towards Mike Tyson in this. I've seen Makhmudov go up against Ricardo Brown and Vianello. And I mean, he's all right, but as soon as he does get pressured in the later rounds, he does seem to falter. And with this also being in Tottenham, Tyson Fury is going to have the home advantage. He's not going to be used to having this type of pressure. Probably going to be a main event. Probably going to have a lot of pressure. So I mean, it's going to be different. It's going to be interesting to say the least. And in other news, because I think I just everything up. Hold on. UFC Mexico City is proceeded to go on as usual, even though there's been that horrific unrest in Jalisco. So, of course, there's going to be Lone Kavanaugh versus Brandon Moreno coming up this Saturday. Some people are hyped for it. I'm kind of hyped for it. I'm definitely going to be watching it, especially considering what's been going on. For those of you that don't know, there's been a bunch of... Why did I go to the Mexican war out of everything? There has been an unrest ever since the leader of the cartel... has been executed, killed. There's been clashes between cartel units. There's been a bunch of just absolute carnage throughout the entirety. Burning down cars, crashing them. Everybody's talking about it. But the UFC is still planning to go on as expected. I'm excited to see that. I wonder how they're going to be beefing up security. I wonder if they're going to be allowing people inside. I wonder if they're going to be doing background checks on those people. There's a lot of things that are going to be questionable on this. I'm going to be reviewing the fight card later on this week, but it is definitely very interesting to see the fact that they're still going through with it, even though there's a lot of civil unrest. But, and this is where like people like MMA Guru and all that stuff are going to go, well, but they were able to reschedule a card because John Jones popped and they wanted to go to a different athletic commission. This is different. This is completely different. This is civil unrest. I feel as though if they relocate or reschedule this, it's shown as like this is too much. And I don't think Dana is known for a person to know that it's too much. So, I mean, all in all, this has got me way more excited on the fight. But, I mean, it's also got me more scared for Lone Kavanaugh. What if Lone Kavanaugh beats Brandon Moreno? What if all the Mexican fighters lose on the card? What happens then? So I mean, it's very interesting. All this news coming out all of a sudden, very interesting. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, September 19th, depending on if he can go up against Mike Tyson and win that fight. Because I'll be honest, if he loses that fight, I'm not going to be watching this. I'm not going to be very interested. Tyson Fury, Makhmudov, coming up later on this year in Tottenham. Mexico City might be in trouble. Let's see how things go. I guess I'll get you guys in the next one. Peace.